I basically just got kicked out of a restaurant. I'm here in St. Louis, Missouri. I just got kicked out of a restaurant for not wearing a muzzle, for not wearing a mask. And I'm going to explain a few of my thoughts right now. Some of you will be triggered, so you may as well leave right now, but I'm not here to protect your feelings. Right now, I'm here to express something that is very, very important, and it does affect each and every one of us. So, like I said, I'm here in St. Louis, Missouri. I do not wear masks. I've never worn a mask, and I will never muzzle my mouth, muzzle my expression. I want to let each and every one of you know that the Plan-Demic, the plan is for each and every one of you to wear a mask 24/7. That's the plan, for you to wear a mask 24/7. Now, where I'm from in Florida, where I live in Florida, I don't see this. I don't see people who are constantly wearing a mask from the time they wake up until the time they go to sleep. But here in St. Louis, Missouri, that's what they're doing. Everywhere I go, people wear a mask. I don't care if they're in a restaurant. I don't care if they're walking their dog down the street. I don't care if they're eating dinner. I don't care if they're in their car. My hand is shaking right now, guys. I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm just so freaking pissed right now. So they want you to wear a mask 24/7. They want you to wake up in the morning and put it on and have it on all day. That is their plan. And people are already getting comfortable with that thought. They're already practicing it. This is a dry run. This is not the real deal. This is a dry run. Look, guys, I'm at a park, and I'm telling you, the people who are walking around this beautiful park in nature have their freaking nose and mouths covered up right now, reducing their oxygen supply. There is a device that has been approved by OSHA where it can test your oxygen levels. And you can test and see for yourself that when you have the mask on, your oxygen levels are drastically reduced to the point where many people are getting headaches. They're already getting headaches. That's just a symptom. That's just one of many symptoms to come. But right now they're experiencing headaches. So let me tell you what happened when I freaking walked into this restaurant. I walk into the restaurant, and again, like I said, I'm not putting a mask over my mouth. I'm not muzzling myself. I walk into the restaurant, and there were two people sitting down, two customers, and there were two people working at the register. So when I walked in, I immediately walked to the register, even though it was like a salad buffet. You tell them what you want on your salad. So I didn't go in the line to tell them what I wanted for my salad. I walked immediately to the cash register because that's where the people were working, and they were standing there. And so when I first walked in and started walking over there, you would think they just saw a freaking ghost. The two guys that worked there, I guess their mouth dropped. They had a freaking muzzle on, so I don't know what their mouth was doing. They just stared at me in complete and utter shock that I had the gall to walk in the body I was given without this freaking mask on my face. They had the gall to stop what they were doing and just stare at me in complete shock. You would think that I was the IRS and one of the guys working there was freaking Wesley Snipes and owed freaking millions in back taxes. That's how strange they were looking at me. And so then I go up to the register, and as I was walking to the register, the manager yelled out at me, and he said, I guess he assumed I was a food driver, because the food drivers must go directly to the cash register instead of going back to order the food. So I walked directly to the cash register, and he stopped, and he's like, where's your mask? And you're a food delivery person, and you should know better. You don't have your mask on? And I'm like, I said, I'm not a food delivery freaking person. I am here to place an order. I am a customer. And he said, oh, and he grabbed a mask, and he said, oh, here you go. You definitely need a mask. And I'm like, no, I'm not wearing a mask, and I don't have to wear a mask. It's illegal for any establishment to make you wear a mask. They don't know what your medical conditions are. So he said, well, unless you have proof that you don't need to wear a mask, you need to put a mask on, because if the wrong person walks in here right now, they will shut this place down. You need to leave right now. So I walk out, and I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you right now, hear me and hear me. And you can't, at least you can't say you've never heard this before. This is not just about a mask for protection. I have been studying health, wellness, and nutrition for almost 20 years now, and I can, without a doubt, assure you that there's no government, there's no big pharma that's looking out for the best interests of your health, okay? So don't even bring that freaking crap to me. Open your mind, open your thoughts, open your critical thinking vault in your brain and think for yourself. They are not out here to try to do what's in your best interest. They are not out here to protect your health. They're not out here to increase the optimal ability of your health. They are out here to get you conditioned not only to try to prison you. This is a prison planning that they're doing. Not only to imprison you, but to make you police other people, because that's what he did. He freaking policed me in that restaurant by almost demanding that I put on a mask. And basically I had to leave. And this is just a dry run. It's going to get worse. The marketplace, the Bible talks about this. It's not a secret, but I guess the dry run part, it did all hit us suddenly where it caught us off guard. And a lot of people, they did it like the frog in a boiling water. They don't put the frog in the boiling water because the frog will immediately jump out. They put the frog in lukewarm water and they slowly but surely increase the temperature of the water, because guess what happens to the frog then? The frog stays in the water because now it's getting accustomed to it. The frog doesn't jump out. The frog will stay in that pot of boiling water and burn to death and not jump out, because slowly but surely it kept them in that pot of hot boiling water, and they increased the fire more and more and more. And now it's to the point where people are not even fighting. They're fighting for the right to wear the mask. They're fighting for the right to force other people to wear the mask. And so here's the deal. I want you guys to hear me on this, because this is huge. You have two main things that I highly suggest you do. If you don't do these two things, then cool. Just know that you're a prisoner in this world we call life. You're a prisoner. And as a prisoner, you will be demanded, and there will be other things that will be enforced that they will be expecting you to do. This is just the start. It's going to get worse and worse and worse. And before you know it, not only are you willingly doing those new mandates and laws that they're going to be enforcing you to do, but you'll be doing it feeling like you're doing it for a higher cause. That's the worst part of this. If somebody came into your home right now and they started breaking everything and stealing everything, you would know that that's not right, and you would immediately put them out. But when you're deceived, when you're being under a spell, you're being hypnotized, then basically what they're doing is they're causing you to feel like these are your thoughts. They're causing you to feel like this is something you actually want to do. They're causing you to feel like it's admirable, that these choices are admirable, that if you do them, it's for the better good of yourself and it's for the better good of the world. And you're doing the world a disservice. If you don't wear the muzzle, you're doing the world a disservice. You're a mean person. You're a bad person. You don't care about people, when that is a lie, guys. Look around. What the heck is wrong with these people? These people are in a park walking around with muzzles covering up their nose and mouths. That is unnatural. Show me a bird. Show me anything in animal kingdom that is walking around right now, and that as a means of trying to overcome a virus or overcome something that could possibly affect their health, that they're covering up their mouths and noses to make it happen, that they're cutting off their oxygen supply to make it happen, that they're breathing in their carbon dioxide to make it happen. Show me anything in the animal kingdom that's doing that. I want to see. Show me, because animals are very intuitive and they will never do that. And animals are smart. Think about a bird. A bird can go and grab twigs and build a whole entire nest for their young to live and survive. So they're very smart when it comes to making choices for survival and to make sure that they can extend their life. That's a human nature. All of us have that in us. We all have a desire to live. We all have a desire to survive. But what I'm suggesting to you is that instead of you choosing from within, you are allowing sources that do not have your best interest in mind to make the choices for you, and they're using mind control to make you think these choices are yours and to make you feel like these choices are for the greater good. Hold on, let me read some of the comments. Judy says, I couldn't agree with you more, Joy. Mindy says, you're on point. Mask shaming is horrible and wrong. Hurricane says, you sound silly ASF. I'm sure that's a cuss word. Okay, cool. I can deal with that. That is their place of business. They can refuse to serve you or have you in their establishment if they choose. Mask, no mask, shirt, no shirt, shoes, no shoes. They have to follow CDC guidelines or they could lose their place of business. They did right to keep their business open by removing people like you. I'm sorry, but you are wrong as HE double hockey sticks. Yep, that's my opinion. All right, cool. Steven says, why would we want the mask off? Let's see. Hurricane Faye says, but you are not a bird. WTF. Oh, I don't cuss. That's why I'm just saying the abbreviation. That is crazy. We have to put on the mask. Judy says, as we speak, I'm sitting in the lobby at my son's audiology appointment with the dang on mask on and I'm suffocating. Steven says, so if it's okay to mask off, you think kids should go to school? Okay. So let me address a few of these. First of all, to the response that I am not a bird, so it should not apply to me. No freaking duh, I'm not a bird. However, animals are smart in animal kingdom, and I'm saying what I was suggesting is that is just an example of how that's unnatural. That was my point. So don't read too deep into something. Make sure that I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm going to tell it exactly like it is. So you don't have to read in between the lines. I'm telling it like it is. And as it relates to you mentioning that business had a right to tell me to exit because they have guidelines that they have to follow. Absolutely. Absolutely. When I walked in, I smelled and sensed fear in every fiber of that guy's being. It went beyond his job at that restaurant. Went beyond the CDC guidelines. I smelled a human being crippled by fear. So so it goes beyond just the freaking meal at that restaurant, dude. I don't care about that. I'm thinking about the big picture. I'm talking to you guys right now about the big picture when it comes to this. It starts off as you're not able to have a meal in a restaurant because you're breaking code. You're breaking mandates. Okay, cool. But what about the next step? That's what I'm suggesting to you. What about when you can't travel unless you have the vaccine? And what about the people right now who they literally would jump out of bed, hop in their car, and practically fly to the nearest place to get a vaccine if it was available right now? Why? Because they have been conditioned to believe that is going to save them. They have been conditioned to believe that that's the only thing that could, quote unquote, get our life back to normal. But what I am suggesting to you is this. When has CDC and Big Pharma been concerned about your health? Show me. Have they been concerned about your health when the obesity has been 60% of Americans plus have been overweight, obese, or morbidly obese since when did my book come out? It came out early 2000. So when I wrote my book and I did research, it said that by 2005, that 60% of Americans or more would be overly obese, overweight, or morbidly obese. And I thought that was dramatic. I thought that was extreme. Guess what? We're in 2020 and those results are now reality. So, okay, where is the mandates for that? Where's the mandates? Where's the mandates forcing doctors to collaborate with nutritionists to make sure that it's part of insurance, to make sure that people are getting informed on how to be healthy? Okay, they've been talking about this virus for all this time. Every time I see the news, and it's rare, but every time they're talking about the mask, I hear that over and over and over and over, but I haven't heard any suggestions on supplements. I haven't heard any suggestions on foods and fruit and vegetables that can help. I haven't heard any suggestions on how to get optimal health, how to go out in nature, how to do journal therapy, how to do water therapy, how to do different natural modalities that can help the body and mind. I haven't heard them talk about stress. Do you know that the top 3 diseases right now are stress related? Did you know that stress is one of the worst things for your immune system? Please tell me what channel I can turn to find some professionals who are concerned about my health and want me to wear a mask 24/7. Please show me the channel where they're talking to me about stress. If you cannot, then you are a prisoner, and so you will never understand the message that I'm sharing right now. Hold on, let me read. I want to read a few of the comments. Hold on. No, you don't have to apologize for cussing. It's okay. You know, you're expressing yourself, and I know that this is a highly emotionally charged topic. I don't care. And listen, guys, I'm PO'd right now, and I'm not trying to make anybody feel inadequate or less than in any way. I'm just trying to give you a different perspective that maybe you haven't thought of yet. So Megan says, yes, I couldn't agree more. Zoom out. Big picture. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about, the big picture. Judy says, no COVID vaccine for me and my family. Heck no. I have said this very same thing. No, but if nobody is concerned about my health, I am. It's a mask on for me. All right, cool. All right, guys. So I'm done. I leave. I go back to Florida tomorrow. I cannot wait. This city right here, and I know some cities are worse than others, but this city right here, there's so many people here that's crippled with fear. That's my point. There are so many people that's crippled with fear, and you can control scared people. You can control scared people easily, because when people are scared, survival is a mechanism, a foundational mechanism of the mind. The mind wants to know how to keep yourself alive. And I'm just saying to you that right now, this is just the beginning. Okay. This is just the beginning. So you have to make sure that you use critical thinking and that you step outside your comfort zone. Is it doom and gloom? No, I believe the body, the mind is powerful. And do you know what I think is more powerful than anything? Collective consciousness. The more people that can come together and think about and put in an intention out that serves us instead of sabotages us, the more that we can overcome this situation and win. You are designed to win. You are not designed to succumb to this nonsense. Until next time, R3 for life.